why Wiley Sanders Truck Lines loves to bring drivers on because we love our drivers. Okay, we got the name of the show today. The name of the show today is Love. I put a sign up over the safety building, and I'm not going to take credit for this. I'm just going to take credit for the add-on piece. A good friend of mine, his name was Kenny J, the late Kenny J. Not Kenny G, but Kenny J. He worked at Hot 105, and I never will forget, every time he'd sign off, he would say, no matter what the question is, love is the answer. And I thought about that. And I wanted to use that. I said, I can't use it just like he does it. But I did it just a little different. Up over safety, if you look up there and read, it says, no matter what the question is, the answer is love and patience. Because if you ain't got patience, you ain't got love. Gotta have patience. You ever be at the traffic light and you just thinking the light turns green? I mean, you finna go and somebody, bah! I get bloated all the time. Hey, we'll be right back with our first gist. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wiley Sanders. Wiley Sanders is number one. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wiley Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football. It's football season, but it's also time. We here to join a company that puts God and family first. Hey. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Sure. Tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive for us?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You know, I told you earlier that I had one of my lady drivers here. And the reason I brought on a lady this morning, because I talk to a lot of ladies. And they be talking about driving, and they say, is it hard for a lady to drive a truck? My first question, is it hard for a lady to drive a truck?
No, it's not.
What would you say your biggest challenge is?
My biggest challenge is just trying to learn to adapt to the new things that be going on, when they think you can't do it, when you pull up at some places and the men think, she can't do it. It's a challenge.
You're talking about backing to a dog.
Anything like backing up or going to do certain things they ask you to do.
Sliding your
tandems and dollying down and making turns and different. And they just feel good when they see you can do it. And it make me feel good to be like, yeah, I cheer. I'm on.
You know, I tell people all the time, and you know, yeah, I'm a recruiter, so I'm always saying stuff trying to get somebody to drive. But I tell people, if you got a daughter or somebody or a niece that's sitting at home doing nothing, you're feeding them, you're taking care of them, and the young folks call it, what's that word? They call it finding themselves.
Oh,
I say go to a truck driving school. It is the only industry, I'll say this till it changes, and it ain't changed in the last 6 or 7 years. It is the only industry that I know that you can go to school for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or 12 weeks. And they got some 4-week schools. I don't like them. I'll be honest. If you're a 4-week school, I'm sorry. I use a different word. I'm not as strong on them as I am the six with. But anyway, oh, and come out of that school. And I don't talk about no other company because I got no other concern but Wiley and the strut line. And come out of that school and be making $50,000 a year. You can make that in your first year coming out of school. I know people got degrees, and to this day they don't make that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you're right.
Trucking pays good money. That's what I'm trying to say. It pays good money. Oh, when you first started driving, what did your parents think?
Oh, they did not want me to go do it. There's Kim, no, you don't need to be out there with those men and trying to do. How you gonna probably get cleaned and do all this? I said, I can do it. Trust me, I can do it. Put me out there.
Put your finger up there, let everybody see.
My nails.
Look at your hands. You drive a truck, but look at your fingernails.
I do them. Hey, when it's my 10-hour break, I get in my sleeper berth and I do my nails and all kind of stuff. So
that is so great. That is so great. You know, and you're not the only lady driver we have. We have a lot of them. And I'm gonna say this. And I never thought I'd get, I'm going to talk about myself. I never thought I'd get to the point that I would say this. But we don't have a lady driver that I wouldn't put up against any of our guys.
That's right.
We don't have all of them do good. Got a young lady. I want you to meet her too. Me and Scott was talking about her the other day, trying to get her in a newer truck. She's from Mississippi. And she came here and she told me, she said, I'm just looking for a company that I can come and work it and stay at that company. Mm-hmm. She said, I don't want. She said, my last company didn't treat me right. She said, I just want to be treated right and drive. Girl ain't did nothing but a magnificent job. And if you look at her, you'll think, can she drive a truck? Because sometimes we got some little small lady, and look timid. And then when something coming out, have fingernails like yours, you said, they ain't going to never make it. But y'all figure it out, and you make it. You make it. When you first, how did you first get into trucking? Because I thought you came to us as a trainee, and this morning in the orientation, you told me you came with experience. So where did you start off at?
I was at home. Well, I was working at a beauty supply place, like a beauty supply.
I can see that. I can see that.
Used to help people selling wigs and hair and nails and all kind of things. And next thing you know, it started going down. And I was sitting there at home, and I said, let me try something different. And I went to Hardee's. And by Medical Center in Dothan. And it used to be a truck stop right there on that corner. And I was sitting there and I was eating my biscuit, and I said, seeing the trucks coming in and out, and I've been fascinated ever since. And I said, I'm going to do it. I got finished eating my biscuit. I walked over there to that truck stop, and I started talking to the people at the fuel lot. And ever since then, I went back home and I got on the internet, and I've been going ever since.
That's an amazing story. As long as you've been with us, I never asked you that. I never found out. Well, that is great. Well, I'll tell you what, it was a blessing for Wiley Sanders for you to be eating a biscuit. Well, but you eating that. So what was the first company you went to?
CR England.
CR England.
I got on, and they said they took me all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah, and I went to their school and everything through them, and I loved it so much I ended up moving to Salt Lake City.
Really?
Yes, I loved it. And people frowned on, but I loved it. And I stayed there for 3 years. And then I started coming back down and been doing little stuff around here. Next thing you know, I'm here at Wiley Sanders. And
who was the recruiter that brought you in?
Who was the recruiter? I don't know.
I was just curious. I mean, because, a lot of times, and I'll tell you something that I do, and it really warms my heart. And I found out that I'm not the only recruiter that does it. Dale does it. Yeah. Brandon does it. Ricky does it. Sometimes you bring a person in, and you don't know them from Adam's house cat. We're talking on the phone. We're emailing back and forth. And you bring, like a guy this morning came in. He said, hey, Hoss, I finally meet you. Because we had sometimes you had little snags. You had to get some paperwork from here and there. So you wind up communicating with them several times. You kind of get on first name basis. Actually, before you see them, because you may not get them that week. It may take another week. Anyway, long story short, when I see somebody like that, then years go by and they come through the gate, I think, wow. And when I see a student when I go to those schools, I like to say, and I can say all my recruiters like, boy, it's raining out there.
It is raining.
All my recruiters, when we go to a school, the ones of us that go out, well, it's just me and Ricky now. Sometimes Mr. Ron Hurts, he goes out. I want to say good morning to Ron. We pride ourselves on if we go into that school, we getting somebody.
There you go.
When I leave, when I pack my bag and I tell my guys, all right, I'm going so and so today, I said, wish me luck. I'm going to go get them.
There you go.
I go with the attitude. You know why I go with that attitude? Wiley Sanders has a program that I can sell, and I ain't got to blow it up. All I got to do is tell it like it TIS is.
Mm-hmm.
Tell it like it is. I ain't got to make ends of this and that. And that's why I said with a program like that, I'm down on myself. If I go to a school, I don't get nobody. I be asking Brandon, I say, anybody call yet? I start calling on my way back. Anybody call yet? Anybody call yet? You know, a lot of time I carry application with me because you still got people like me, dinosaurs, don't know that computer. You can hand them that paper application. Right. They can fill it out. But I'm glad to have you as a driver. And tell everybody where you live. You live in Dothan, Alabama.
I live in Dothan, Alabama, born and raised there. But it's just been a joy to be able to drive trucks, see the world, and make money at the same time.
Now, I got a little question for you. This ain't about trucking here. Because you see that lady sitting over there?
Uh-huh.
She works for DHR. And while she's here, me and her going to be asking people to get us toys for these kids.
Okay.
Have you got your bicycle yet? I just thought I'd ask you. If you ain't, take care of that before you go to town.
I'll go get it.
Yeah, take care. You always buy one every year. I told somebody the other day, I don't have to beg to get nothing. I just set the trailer up, tell people what we're doing. We did it for so long. When they see it, and this I'm gonna thank God for it. I'm not gonna take the credit myself. Mm-hmm. But we've been doing this so long to some other people that had toy drives. You know what they did? They just joined us. They just give us their stuff. Instead of just having a little bit here, a little bit, they just give us this because they found out what we was doing. Mm-hmm. We was going to DHR. Mm. Sadly, but true. They know the ones that are in need.
Okay.
They know the ones. I don't want to steal what me and her got to talk about. But I want to tell you, that's why we do that. Now, yes, we do get other families. Sometimes we got two of our very own. We had a guy at the plastic plant that died of cancer. Oh. I won't pronounce his name and pronounce the wrong name, so I'm not going to do that. And then we had one at the lead plant that was killed in a car wreck. And we've already got a list from each of those families that we're going to take care of. The Bible said charity starts at home. So we're going to take care of them. Something that I found out that I love, I ain't found it out. Something that I love about Wiley Sanders truck line. We're going to be there in the high time, the middle times, the low time. We're going to always be there.
Yes,
and when people like you come in and you smile, you don't know what you may think that you just drive a truck. You don't just drive a truck. You are a delivery of joy. When you came in the office this morning, I saw you. I knew I could call you. I said, come in, Kim, come in here. Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when Kim come in there, she be laughing, throwing her hands. When people see you, they say, man, I want some of that. So I just want to tell you, you're a joy. You're a joy to be around. You. And I love it when you come into safety. That's why anytime you come in, and I got some new people coming in, you're a good one for them to talk to. And I knew you was going to Tampa this morning. You texted me this weekend. Yeah, obviously, I read it wrong because I thought you weren't going to be here. But tell everybody, they can call us at 672-0052. Tell your fellow drivers, they can call us on that number and we can just talk. This show is for them. This show is for them.
It is.
Well, our Dale has come in to say it's time for you to go. But I want to show you something because I want you to be a witness for me.
Uh-oh.
They say I don't read the suggestions. Okay. So let me read them. I got two. I forgot them. I did.
At the suggestion.
At the suggestion. Okay. I forgot them. But I got Dale to text them to me. You tell everybody. If they want their suggestion read, the first thing they got to do, you got to put your name, Your dispatcher and your truck number. Now, William Wallace has got a good suggestion. I'm going to read it. He says, please ask drivers to stop smoking in front of the door. Cigarette smoke, he said, makes him sick. Well, in other words, if you're standing right in the door of the driver's lounge and they're smoking when the door opens, it goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, fellow drivers, think about that. Okay. The next one is, my next one is, and I didn't know what this was. I had to get somebody to explain this one. Call it an air. It's the thing that you put up over the door, and when you open the door, it keeps the flies out.
Yes.
And so I'm going to talk to Ronnie Bozeman about that. And the person that come up with this was Christopher Farr. He drives for Hugh, and he drives truck 7133.
Okay.
This is the reason. See, when you do that, that means if anything you say, if it's decent and in order, I'm not saying I'm gonna get it done. I can't get it done. I can put it in asked. But anything you do like that, so you tell everybody to say, nah, hey, y'all don't be scared to put your suggestions in there. I'll put one in there. Now, I've got a suggestion that come to me. Drivers, y'all listen, this come to me from the ladies at the cleanup crew. Number one is, I'm not here to embarrass nobody. I'm here to help and to make things better for us. So if this applies to you, then you just fix it. But the ladies say that some people are coming in there and their hygienes are not at the level they need to be. That's the nicest way to say it. When you know that you work, we all work. That's why we got showers, we got soap, we got towels, we got everything you need to be in that driver's line. Mm-hmm. You need to be in good shape when you're in there. It's no excuse. I don't want to hear, well, I didn't have my towel, I didn't have this. And I have said this, because you don't know what people have and what they don't have. If you come here and you need to get cleaned up, and you ain't got nothing to get cleaned up with, we're going to get you something that's safe. Because it's a reflection off of us of what you look like. It is. I think I said that nicely. I said that nicely.
And to the ladies there too, they did a doggone good job.
And to the ladies, they do a doggone good job. I could have said it. Anybody, you're not from here, you're not from Troy, but the people out there, they know what Troy is. Uh-oh. I could have said it like the guy said on WFFA, clean up! He gives a restaurant report. No. And he read them so nice, and he do them, and when he get through, he said, and for those of you who had low scores, clean up! Oh. And my daddy had an old, I think it was 67 Chevrolet. It was all rusted. Mm. And he washed that thing every week. On Saturday, he washed it before we went to church on Sunday. Well, I was looking at it like, maybe y'all to work on it instead of washing. He said, this is all I got. The Lord bless me with it. If I don't take care of this, he ain't going to bless me with another. That's right. He said, when I get all everybody out of my house, it ain't nobody but me and my wife, I'm going to buy me a Cadillac. There you go. My granddaddy bought him a brand new Cadillac. He washed it every Saturday too, but until he got that Cadillac, he washed that old Chevrolet. They never washed his old pickup. He hauled and hauled feed with it and stuff. What I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, anything you have, take care of it. Take care of a driver's lounge. Take care of your truck. And that's another thing. The mechanics, they have to get in your truck. They have families. We got young mechanics. They ain't old like me. They making families. Their wives are having babies. I mean, I'm just saying it like it is. And they don't need to carry nothing home. So you guys clean up and fix it where those guys can get in the truck and feel safely. Mr. Trace Parker has started. If you bring your truck in there and it's in bad shape, he will get an outside group to clean it up. And they will charge it out your check. Oh. Something to think about. Some things I have to say that are not the pleasantest things to talk about, but sometimes it has to be done. Yeah. Kim.
Yes, sir.
Are you excited about 2025?
I am.
And the one question I didn't ask you, how many new trucks you done had since you've been there? Tell them how good you're on your second one, I think.
Third.
You're on your third. Now.
And I picked out this number.
Wait a minute. Don't say that. This is what we do while it's at the truck line. Check this out, Miss DHR lady. We give her a brand new truck. Brand new. She goes out there. She's looking in it. The truck next to it, I think she had 44, 40 something. But she saw a truck next to it that was 44, 44.
That was my truck. She
run back to dispatch, just wide open. I want that 44, 44. I want that 44, 44. They said, you can have it. Calm down. You can have it.
I'm big on numbers.
She big on numbers.
I'm big on numbers.
What was the one? 9?
Wait a minute.
The ones you call dog.
815.
815.
Oh, that was my baby.
She names her truck.
You have to name. Everything has a name.
She names her motorcycle. Tell everybody what your motorcycle.
Oh, I got
Tell everybody what your motorcycle.
But my truck name is Little Peapot. So that's truck. That's 4444. 4444. That's Little Peapot.
But what's your motorcycle?
Oh, Little Squirtle.
It's a Harley, ladies and gentlemen. It's a disgrace to the Harley to name it Little Squirtle.
Because it be gone. That's
just bad to the Harley name. That is bad to all that. Kim, thank you so much for coming by. I want you to take a cup of Truck Talk with you. And I just want to tell you, keep doing the job you're doing. Thank you so much. Thank you for always having that smile that you have and that burst of energy. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. May you and your family continue to be blessed. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wiley Sanders. Wiley Sanders is #1. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wiley Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football. It's football season, but it's also time.
We're here to join a company that puts God and family first.
Hey.
401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama.
Sure. Tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive for us?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. It's time for you to join a company that puts God and family first. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, height. There's nobody on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Go deep with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Join today, Troy, Alabama. Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Come join today. Been in business since 1959. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. I have my special guest that I have here once a year, and it's Miss Ashley. Ashley, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Girl, we done got started again.
I know.
I talked to somebody there, I think it was Kim, and she said she translated to you that we're going to deliver on the 20th.
That's right. We're excited.
We're excited. We're going to deliver on the 20th. Um, this weekend, it was so nice. That's what I was saying about when you're doing something, people know you're doing good. Friend of mine, Frankie Sarah's, his daughter had a little get together, and she wound up with 2 or 3 duplicate toys of the same kind.
Same thing.
Great heart she had. Man, I've been knowing baby Tony ever since she's a little old girl. You stick around, but she called Miss Sanders, Miss Kelly Sanders, and said, "Get them the horse, and he'll take care of them." So, got some stuff in this morning. Got some bikes. We put a bike out at Troy Bank and Trust with a flower on it so people would know, and got several bikes already.
Awesome.
Got several bikes. And starting to get some toys is really just kicked off. But like I say, got some money need to be picked up to go do some shopping. A couple of people call me. And it's just, it is the same people or more people. And it warms my heart.
Yeah, I love it.
My heart. And the job that you ladies do, we can't talk about it enough because you know the families. And I think by now it's safe to say that they be kind of looking forward to this.
Yeah, every year we have people call and say, "Hey, when's the Wiley Seniors truck coming in? Can I get on the list?" I'm like, "Sure." That's how we use the truck for the community. So anybody that calls, I put them on the list.
That's all you can do. And that's what I tell people. I know you have your immediate people that you see every day, but isn't it good to know that we live in a community that does this?
Mm-hmm.
I had a guy this weekend that really got me upset. He was talking about some stuff, and I was telling him, I said, "Well, we doing some talking about the Sanders family." I said, "We're doing something, but we're doing it in Pike County. I got to take care of Pike County. Before I go in, if I have something left, I will. But first of all, I take you home." And when I say home, I'm talking about these surrounding areas around here. Russell Thomas, the sheriff department has been good. The mayor has been good. And my drivers. I had a lady come in the other day, and I'm going to call and get her name. What was her name? I'll think of it in a minute. Miss Pamela Grant. Miss Pamela Grant got $100 safety award, annual. She got her annual safety award. Mm-hmm. She said, "Where do I need to sign that? I want y'all to take it and go get toys."
Oh, that was very nice of her.
No, and let me say this because I don't think she'll mind me saying, Miss Pamela been sick herself. She's been sick herself. She just started working with. That's kind of people we work with. That's right. I thought that was so. Hold on. She just wanted to know where. She didn't even want the card. Didn't want to touch it. She said, "I need to know where I can sign that." She drives the truck. Didn't have time. She don't really feel like it. Going on. They want us to go get it, and I like that.
I like that too.
That was $100 that was hers.
Yeah.
She gave it to us. And Trace Parker, our president. Leadership always has to step out. Mm-hmm. And every year, I don't ask no questions. It's an ornament one. And Frankie Sarah's, he takes time, and he bought 5 down there. Of just different people that just made it convenient for him to order. Why am I talking about the convenience? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this. If you can't go to the store, you can't get to the store. My number is 334-372-5049. I'll be glad to go get it. I'm sure Miss Ashley, if you call her down at DHR, what is your number down there, Miss Ashley?
807-6167.
You call them and tell them you want to make a donation. They'll either go pick it up or get somebody to pick it up. We will take it. It's no problem. There's no problem. And a drop-off point is Troy Bank and Trust.
Right.
The other drop-off point is me at Sanders Company. You can call me. Like I say, I'll come to the gate and get it. But I go as far as to say this. If you leave it at that guard gate, they'll make sure it gets to the right place. People just do the right thing this time of the year. And it's getting bigger and bigger area. I want to say thank you to the Highlands Church. I think it was a year ago or so, but they had a big thing at the church and had a lot of stuff left over. They gave it to us.
Oh, well.
That just tells me that we're doing it right.
That's right.
for people to take what they get and give to us.
That's right.
That lets me know that you guys got to be distributing it right, because I'll never get a call. I never get a, some people will complain when they think it's not being done fairly. So I want to commend you for you and your staff, and y'all always come out there and help us. We make a big deal out there. We have fun.
We look forward to it every year when the truck pulls up and unloading it.
We have fun with that. We got to get Steve out there. Let him unload some stuff. Steve, you got your bicycle? Oh, he got it. Okay, he got it. If you buy 20 of them, I'll ride one down 231. A tricycle. Look at it. I'm gonna cheat. I say I ride it down 231. I'm gonna put it on the trailer and sit on it and ride. I'm just gonna tell you that. But it is so much fun to do that. I want to ask you something, because my safety director, Doug Kitchens, his wife worked with DHR in Luverne, and she retired. What are some of the challenges you have around this time of the year?
This time of year is hard for some of the children. Them being away from their biological parents and family for the holidays is hard. What we face is, as always, not enough foster parents around in Pike County. It's a struggle. We have children that are throughout the state, and so we have to make sure we get their gifts and get them to them timely. But truly, the lack of foster parents is the hardest thing that we deal with.
Really? So let me ask you something, because you just said that you have kids that are out of state. So are you telling me, I'm probably going to hate the answer to this question, but are you telling me if a kid was here in Pike County and you had nowhere to place him, but you had a place in Georgia, then you would actually place him there?
Well, we stay in state. But out of county, yes.
Out of county.
So we have kids as far up as Huntsville and down in Mobile. So they're all over.
Okay. And parents live here in Troy.
Yes.
Okay, that could be difficult.
It's hard.
So what y'all do, just intertwine with the DHR in that county?
No, we have to go see our children wherever they're placed.
Really?
So if we have workers that have to travel all the time, Huntsville, Mobile, Montgomery, you name it. There's kids almost, every corner of the state.
Wow. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. But your job actually, even though you're trying to find foster parents, but you're trying to get that parent to the point that they can get them back.
Of course. Our goal is always reunification. With the parents. So we're working our best to get, the kids to be able to safely return home to the parents.
Okay. But as a process, it goes.
It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes some time.
I tell you what, I say this every year. I admire y'all. I admire y'all, the staff and all. Just the things you have to go through. Do you have kids?
I have a son, yes.
How old is your son?
3.
That's right. It was 3 years ago. He was a small baby.
Little one.
Yeah, I remember that. How's he doing?
Growing. He's doing well.
I love little kids. I was in the grocery store last night. I've been having some tooth problems, so I've been laying with the chicken noodle soup. And I was getting some soup, and this lady was getting some soup. And her little boy, he's about that high. He's told her, "You got it."
No filters, do they?
Yeah, he said, "You got it." I was like, "What are you gonna do, little man?" I waved at him. So I'm glad that something we'll do will put a smile on their face. So let me ask you this: so if somebody's way down there, will y'all try to carry them something down there?
Oh yeah, we if the people that don't have transportation, they just have to let us know. We definitely offer or will deliver presents too. So it's just something you just gotta let us know and give us some time to get to you.
Well, that's fair enough. I tell you, I think I may want to change something. We may, we get you guys that stuff on the 20th. That don't give you guys a lot of time.
We make it work.
I know, but I think next year we're gonna do a little split deal where we maybe get you some of it earlier.
Okay. Hey, we'll take that too.
I think that would help you.
It does. It will, because
we're in the business of helping. I mean, I did not know that. I just learned that today because you see what I'm saying? If we get it to you, say, like we're giving it to you the 20th now, maybe next year have a drop where we do the 15th and then we do the last drop.
That works for us.
Or maybe, let's do that.
It gives us
let's
time
work
to
on
get
that.
It out.
Yeah, let's work on that.
Hey, we get it out no matter what. We worked hard up there getting the gifts out in time for Christmas.
Now I have saw it after we have bought the trailer there. Matter of fact, I have been there and we had a trailer there and you guys have people coming.
Oh, yeah?
I've seen you with the people on the phone and you be calling them.
Tell them, come on.
Yeah. I bet that makes their day. I bet it makes you feel good when you go home that day.
That there are children that are going to get to have Christmas because of what the community has done.
Yeah. You know what I always say about Pike County? If you ask them, they'll help.
That's correct.
I've always found that out. And what I like about our higher officials, you take, show you some other things that we do. And this is something I just love to do it. Once a year, we go to the Nutri-Center. Mm-hmm. And once again, I got to talk about our leadership. I used to carry hats and a few cups. And Trey Sparkle, when he first started going over there with me, he bumped me. We were sitting at the table. He bumped me. He said, "Hey, Hoss, these old ladies, get them some bonnets or some scarves or something." But that's what leadership does. Leadership sees what you need and get. And I'm not so comfortable. And I thought, that's a good idea. So this year I'm so excited. I got some scarves. Let me take that back. My wife went and got some scarves, and I took them to Ideal Graphic, and they're putting our logo on.
Oh, okay.
They'll
enjoy that. It's cold this winter.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. And some of them ladies I've sold for 3 or 4 years now, and they look forward to them. And I call bingo. We do this show there.
Oh.
So if you get a chance, come by there and just say hello. We're gonna be there. The mayor, and I was talking about leadership. The mayor comes every year. I think he's missed 1 year since I started doing it. I think it's because he's out of town. But he comes and he, like you heard me read the word of the day. I call it the word of the day. It's really just the Bible. He comes and reads the scripture. Well, I take that back. He always does the scripture from the top of his head. That is something. I've been reading the Bible when I was a little boy. I was just brought up to read the Bible. I cannot hardly remember scripture word for word. I can quote parts in them. But just sit down. Every time I see the mayor do that, I say, show off. But he can really do it. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. I got some more questions I want to ask you. We'll be right back.
At Wiley Sanders Strut Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Strut Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Strut Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. Wiley Sanders Strut Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wiley Sanders.
Wiley Sanders is #1.
Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend?
Wiley Sanders.
Money, money, money. Let me have that football. It's football season, but it's also time.
We here to join a company that puts God and family first.
Hey.
401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama.
Sure. Tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive for us?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right.
Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. It's time for you to join a company that puts God and family first. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, height. There's nobody on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Go deep with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Join today, Troy, Alabama. Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Come join today. Been in business since 1959. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. It's football season, but it's also time.
We're here to join a company that puts God and family first.
And
401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Sure. Tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years,
Did your mother drive for us?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family.
Always.
That's right. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them.
And we're back. I've got a question. I guess you said I got a lot of questions. So somebody was listening to us this morning and they wanted to adopt. I heard you say that you always have a shortage for foster parents. Now, I think I learned the last time you was here, foster parent and adopting is two different.
Correct. Two separate things.
It's two separate. Explain it to us.
Well, fostering is, a DHR goal is always for children to go home to their biological family. So there are some times where children have to go to foster homes while the parents work on themselves and work the plan that DHR has. And so fostering is, we always say it's temporary love for the babies, for our children. You bring them into your home, you love them, you take care of them. And then when it's time to go home, they go home.
Okay.
Adoption is not something that's not our goal. Our goal is not at DHR is not adoption. It's always return to the family. There are occasions where adoption happens, but fostering and adopting are two separate things. Mm-hmm. So it's a process. It's the same process. You have to be a licensed foster parent. It's being a foster parent is something that's, it's good for your soul. These babies need a safe home to stay until they can go home.
They can. So tell me, if somebody, because I see that your goal, and I love your goal, don't get me wrong, I love your goal. But if somebody did want to adopt, then DHR wouldn't be the place to go.
No, there are private adoption agencies throughout the state that would be better suited for
that. You guys deal strictly, mainly in, okay, we need you to love this child. I love the words you use. Just love on this child while the parents work on themselves.
That's right.
That is such a great, I just love the way you explain that. I just had to say it again. Just don't let the child suffer. Let's just get this child some tender love and care.
Yeah.
We get things worked out. We're gonna come back and get this care. Now, what about the ages? What's
We have ages from babies that are in foster care from the time they leave the hospital at birth to you can stay in foster care until you're 21. So there is a whole variety. I think our oldest right now is 18. 17. So, 0 to 17 right now.
I was looking at? I look at commercials because every now and then I try to make one, and I've been looking at this commercial where the kid they're trying to get people to adopt, and the kid just talking about how many times they had moved, and then they say you gave me love and care. Now, is that a deal where they was in foster care and they was moved around?
Probably, potentially, or moved around with the biological family. It just depends. But yeah, I mean, there are times when kids do have to move. So we try to avoid that, but sometimes it just happens. Maybe no fault of their own. Foster parents can no longer foster, stuff like that.
Yeah. See, I'm always, every time you come here, and this is just from my heart, every time you come here, I always say, I could do something like that. It ain't about me and my wife. But I think y'all have a problem with me when y'all come back to get the child. By then, I done got attached. That has got to be, I know it's hard on you guys because you have a job to do. And I can tell that you do it fairly. I can just look at you and tell. So when this parent has made the adjustments that you asked them to make, I can see you saying, I'm going to bring your child home now. When you do this, that, and that. And when they do that, I can just see you saying, Hoss, bring that baby to me. I can just see you doing that.
Yeah.
But that's good. I'm glad it's somebody like you that cares. I can see that in your face.
I love our babies. All of them.
Yeah. And I've talked to Kim and what's the other lady? Natasha. I talk to them a lot, and they tell me stuff about it. Kim wrote a book, but I just admire y'all. I mean, my heart will always be. I'll always thank Kelly Sanders because the first year that we dealt with y'all, she said we was taking up stuff. We had a lot of stuff, and she said, and I remember, I'm telling you how long we've been done. I remember one time putting a bunch of stuff in the back of a pickup truck and going to Walmart and stopping families that was going in the store. I went through some of the housing sections and just when I see kids out in the yard, I call them and say, go ask your parent, can you have a bite? And you guys have just made it so easy because where I was hunting,
Mm-hmm.
And so I thank God for you guys.
We appreciate y'all so much.
You know where to go, but your goal is so positive.
Yeah.
Your goal is so positive. And I didn't know it was from an infant baby. I know it was, wow. That's something. I bet when you look at your child, you have to think about some of the things you go through. There's no way you could separate the two.
No, that is hard, but we know at the end of the day, our job is important and we're doing what is best for these families and these children. No matter what the outcome is, it's what's best.
Mm-hmm. I can go along with that. But I guess it's hard, though, when you got a child and maybe you've had to move him a couple of times. I bet that gets hard. You kind of get on first name basis with him.
And we're lucky enough to not have we do have a lot of children in foster care. One is too many, but we have enough where we know all of our children. We know all their needs. We know them first name basis. So we're really bonded to our kids. And it does make it hard when they have to move.
Now, I'm going to hate I asked the question of this, but I'm just always asking. So how many kids y'all have?
About 50.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. How many you have away from this area that you have to go travel to?
Probably 30 or so.
Wow. So what would the requirements be? Because I'm hoping somebody listening wants to do this. What would the requirements be and I'm just going to use me for instance. Say if I said, okay, Ashley, I want to be a foster parent. What's the necessary steps?
Well, we have an application at our local office. You have to be 19 years or older. You don't have to be married. You don't have to. You could be married. You could have children. Whatever the circumstances are. 19 and older. You have to complete a criminal background check and a home evaluation. So we'd have to come out and check your home, make sure it's appropriate.
Okay.
And there's some classes you have to take. It's 10 weeks worth of foster parent classes. But we work with you through that process to make it fun.
Oh, you're scared, yeah. And what would you take those classes at?
They're at DHR at the local office. We have foster parent classes coming up in January. So if you're interested, please give us a call and we'll get you registered and signed up for the classes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. So if you was married, that means you and your wife both would have to take
Yes.
both people at the home.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. And then after you take your 10-week classes, what's your next step?
Well, if you get fully licensed, then, just wait for our call. See if, and people have age preferences, and that's perfectly fine too. So just let us know, the age preference. Our older kids need homes too, though. Just a reminder. But yeah, just wait until we give you guys a call.
That is just neat. I think the hardest part of that, I think the delivery and the pickup is so sweet. I just think when it comes time when you get that phone call, I'll probably send you the voicemail. So, how often? You don't know a time limit. It may be 6 weeks. It may be 3 months. You don't know, do you?
There's no time limit. We've had kids in foster care for 2 days. We've had kids in foster care for multiple years. I mean, it just depends on the situation.
My next question would be, would the foster parent know the biological parent?
We leave that up to the foster parents. They have the right to interact with the parents or not. They make that choice.
Okay. Because I don't know, I'm just thinking on a personal level here. I think if you've got the kids, then I don't want to really talk to the parent. That's just that's a personal thing.
Yeah, that's a personal choice.
What do most people do? You got some do both.
A little bit of everything. Yeah. Okay. It just depends on this family situation.
I went to a school. I'm gonna tell you this quick little story. I went to a school in Dothan to talk about trucking. And this guy, anytime somebody about you just don't know how much I mention y'all. Anytime somebody talks about DHR, foster care, I always tell them about the relationship we got. And this guy had 2 boys. And he had them for a while. I mean, they actually graduated with him.
Oh.
And that day I went to the school. He was so excited because they had gone away, but one was coming back to see him. And I just thought that was so cool. I think it sometimes turns out, especially, and I know y'all screen them, especially if it turns out to a better situation. Of
course.
For the child, even though he was in a bad situation, then you put him in a situation where he could progress
exactly.
and do better.
That's the goal.
And they'll probably always have a little attachment there.
Always. Most kids love their foster parents, and come back once they go home or try to stay in contact with them.
Oh, it'd be good. So I guess it would be good if the biological parent, done right, it would be good to interact with them.
Like I said, it's just based on each case is different.
Yeah. So if you had to, if it was one thing that you could make happen, let me see. No, that's not the question. How do I want to ask you this? What is the most important thing about what you do at DHR? The most important thing that you feel like all of it is important, but what is the one thing that you really have to stay on top of?
Honestly, I mean, the most important thing is the children. I mean, there's no other answer. The children are what come first. We have to make sure they're provided for, they're safe, they're loved, they're cared for, and that's the bottom line. We do this for the children and the families. But the priority are the babies. We gotta
So
take
would
care
you
of our
say a
babies.
person that works with DHR have to have a special heart?
I think so. A social DHR is it's not an easy job. So you got to be able to see the bad, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. What made you take that position? What made you want to go into that?
I've always my whole life, I've always just wanted to work with kids. I'm the oldest of 4, so my siblings are younger, and I've always just loved being around children.
He's the mama hen, huh?
Yeah.
He is the mama
I like
hen.
babies. I like taking care of the
Well,
kids.
Pike County is blessed to have people like you and Tasha, and you're the only 3 I've met. So I'm sure you got a great staff.
Yeah, we do.
And you tell your people that I'm not just, I just think I would love to. I don't think it would be a way y'all can't leave the office. I'm going to try that. Let me look at that. I'm going to get with Bo over there, Julia's. Trying to get my calendar. The 20th. It's a Friday. I know it is. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Bo to bring some food over there that day or something. We have some food when we get through unloading or something. We
Works
eat
for us.
something. Eat something with y'all. Give me a head count of how many you got.
Our
We get some baked beans. I get Bo over there at Julius. He's real good about fixing me up stuff when I want to do something like that.
Yeah.
Now, me and you have talked about foster parents and how good that is. Now I got to tell you my sad news. You see that lady now? Ava, tell Ava to raise her hand. Tell Ava to come in. Tell Ava to come in. Tell Ava to come in. Come here, Ava. This is my sad news. I wish she was. If she was in foster care, I would adopt her today. Come on up here, Ava. Come on up here. This is live TV. You deserve it. Today is Ava's last day.
Oh.
Yes.
With Troy Cable. She's going to Florida.
Yes.
Hey, good for you.
Ava will be the only Florida fan that I love. Because I love Ava. He wanted to come on. Ava has just did everything she's been asked to do. She always does it with a smile. And she's come out to the job and did commercials. And I just have grown attached to her. And Steve told me that. He knew how I was going to feel. He said, got another thing to tell you, too. Ava's leaving in a week. I thought, well, wow. But Ava, I just want to tell you, I pray that God continues to bless you and you keep the attitude you have. Her last day at work, she was on time and she's here with a smile.
With a smile.
None of the kind of people. If I could adopt Ava, now I would. But Ava, I just wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I think you're just going to go places. I don't know. It's just something about you. The first commercial me and Ava did, she don't know, old man can remember that good. We was out on the yard. It was hot. We were sweating. And I looked at her, I said, I think that's good. What you think? She said, whatever you say, Hoss. I said, I got the right one. She just wiped so she said, whatever you say, Hoss. So Ava, good luck to you.
Thank you.
I wasn't going to tell you that I was going to bring you, but good luck to you. I pray that everything goes good for you in Florida. I mean that from my heart. Wiley Sanders also ceasefire is going to be. You mean tell me I got Ava up here, you're going to still cut us off at 9:30? I mean, where's the donuts and the coffee and all that? Girl, I'll see you on the 20th.
Can't wait.
On the 20th, I'll be backed in there.
We'll be ready
We'll
for
be
it.
unloading. Hey, let's work Tasha real hard. Who you want to work the hard? Tasha or Kim? Which one you want to work
Tasha.
I got a cousin working with her. Let's work her hard. Every job needs a good supervisor. I'll tell y'all how to slide them out and how to put them. Until next time, tell everybody bye. Tell them bye, Ava. This is your last time. Bye.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield.